Hey guys, so this video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more so a semi-touchy topic, if you will. It's going to be about a little bit about spirituality, but I'm more so sharing a dream just to kind of get the perspectives of those who may be, to get the perspective of those of you who may be able to decipher dreams and the meanings. And then to kind of just introduce my beliefs a little bit. So let me start with saying I grew up with a Christian background, Baptist. All my family went to Baptist church and, were baptized and believed in Jesus and God. And that Jesus died on the cross to save us from our sins. I grew up going to Baptist church for quite some time, like years and years, up until maybe about 4 years ago. I had stopped going to church because I just felt like there was no substance. And a lot of people have told me, oh, it's because you haven't tried another church. Oh, you need to try different churches. All sorts of things. Well, I did try different churches. I've tried Catholic churches. I've tried Pentecostal churches, Episcopal. I've tried them. I've tried different churches, and I still just don't get the fulfillment that I feel like I need. And then so I decided to just go on this journey and just pray a lot to God. I do believe in God, so to get that straight, I'm not saying that I don't believe in God. I'm not atheist or anything like that. I do believe in God, but I just feel like I get better results and I get better answers from Him by being spiritual versus being religious. If you want me to break that down for you in another video, I can definitely do that, but I'm not going to do that in this video because this video is already going to be kind of long and I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. Now, so backtracking to 4 years ago when I decided that I wasn't going to go to church anymore. I'm going to take my glasses off because they're kind of foggy. When I decided that I wasn't going to go to church anymore, I started praying a lot. I started, just listening more to my intuition and kind of meditating and trying to treat people as good as I possibly can, and just trying to do what I feel is morally right. Yeah, what I feel is morally right. And what I mean by that, what I feel is morally right is, the common things that most people think are right may be possibly right, but also some people have differences of opinion. So that's why I said what I feel. This is all based on me, not what anybody else thinks, not what anybody else wants. This is all me. So I started trying to live my life the right way, trying to be happy, keep optimistic thoughts, and praying and being thankful and grateful for things that I received and that sort of thing. And I am also a dreamer. I have been a dreamer. I was born a dreamer. And what I mean by dreamer, I don't mean like Martin Luther King. I had a dreamer. Like I have a dream. Like I want these things to come true. I legit have dreams and they manifest. I don't know if it's because I believe the dreams or if these are actually premonitions. I believe they're premonitions because I have told people a lot of things as far as my dreams, and they have ended up coming true. So I noticed that my dreams started to get more intense, more vivid, more things started to happen sooner. Like every time I would dream, it would happen within days of me dreaming it. Anyway, yesterday, it was kind of a weird day for me. I wasn't extremely tired. I did wake up a little bit early, but then I ended up going back to sleep. I had went out and I cooked my baby girl breakfast and I tried to clean up a little bit. I just had like a random day. Like it wasn't organized. It was just kind of all over the place. And so anyhow, I ended up being like kind of grumpy or something. Like not real grumpy, but just like, I just want to go in my room. So I came in my room and I was scrolling through my phone. I was watching the Daily Davidsons because I love watching family videos. I love watching things about love and family and, just happiness. And so they're one of the families that I watch on YouTube. Anyway, I was watching their videos and I started to doze off. I fell asleep and I was having dreams about, I don't know, some random something, I don't know, whatever. I can't really remember because I have so many dreams, and a lot of times I don't really remember my dreams unless it's something important for me to remember about them. And then I was kind of awakened by my daughter. She draws a lot, so she had drew pictures, and I heard her giggling with my boyfriend and saying, oh, you know, I'm going to put it on the bed so when she wakes up she can see it, da da da. And I was kind of like in between sleep, if that makes sense. Like I was asleep, but I was awake, like enough to hear, but I wasn't awake enough to be like, to sit up and like carry a conversation. I was still kind of groggy. Anyway, I heard them doing whatever they were doing, and then I fell back to sleep. So then I went into another dream, I guess. And the dream was about me and my boyfriend walking outside of where I live now, outside of this building. And like we were up at the top of the hill, and we're walking down the hill towards the apartment buildings. And we were just talking about just how we love life and all of these things. And then how everything is so beautiful, nature is beautiful. And then I looked up at the clouds, and to the right, like as I'm coming down the hill, it's up to the right in the corner. And it was a huge cloud that covered like half of one building and half of another building. And I was like, babe, look, that looks like the face of God. And he was like, where? And I'm steadily pointing to it. And I'm like, don't you see it, babe? Don't you see it? It's right there. And so he's like, yeah, I see it. But you know, in the dream was kind of like, he said, yeah, he saw it, but he didn't really see it. Like, you know how sometimes people say that, like, yeah, I see something, but they're still trying to figure out what you see. They don't want you to just keep like going over and be like, yeah, it's right there, look, this, you know. So anyhow, I had started to walk away from him at that point, like closer, like further down the hill and closer to the image, because I wanted to see it. And it started to change and become more vivid and like more, you could just see things in the image much better. And so I was like, wow, what is it? God, is that? And then as soon as I got to a certain point in the street, something just took me up, and it was like that. And then for a split second, it was like I was floating, and I looked down and everything was small. Like the cars were small and everything. And then everything just turned white. Like pure white, like bright white, blinding white. And then I was like, God, where am I? And I'm like, babe, where are you? Like I'm calling him. And I'm like, do you know, and I don't see him. I didn't hear anything. I didn't see anything. And I was like, what am I doing? Like, where am I at? What am I doing here? And I was like, whoa, like, because it was just crazy. So then once I was taken up, and it was like, shh, and then everything looked small, and then the bright light came, then I heard this sound. It was like, beep, like that. Just, that's it. And so from that point, I remember my dream. I was thinking, oh no, did I just die? Or did I just die? And basically, as I'm in between this white place and I guess earth, I came back to my consciousness like I realized that I was at home and I was in the bed, but I was still sleeping, but I still saw nothing but just white. And so I'm trying to like shake myself out of this sleep, and I'm just like, babe, and I'm like trying to call him because I can hear him and my daughter in the kitchen talking, and they were cooking or whatever they were doing, but I'm still seeing this just pure white. The sound had stopped at that point, but I'm still laying in my bed. Like I'm literally laying in my bed, and I'm trying to shake it off and trying to wake up, and I'm like, babe, because I wanted him to come in here and like move me or something so that I could wake up and I could tell him about the dream. And I couldn't. So anyway, I had ended up like kept fighting, and finally I woke up. But once I woke up, I was really, really groggy, really drowsy. Like it was so hard for me to wake up. And I immediately got out of the bed, and I kind of dragged myself out of the bed, and I walked to the kitchen, and something was just like, just eat something. So I went and I grabbed one of those butter cookies. I like these butter cookies from the dollar store. So I grabbed a butter cookie and I started chewing on it. And then like it helped to kind of wake me up, but then I went back and laid on the couch. And I was still very, very tired. Like I still was very sleepy, but I wasn't sure what had happened really. So I was kind of confused. I wasn't scared or anything. Honestly, like what I believe is that I was stuck in between curiosity and wanting to go further into that white light, but it wasn't my time. Like, I wasn't able to physically go there because I would have seen things that maybe I wasn't supposed to see. I don't know. So I was stuck in between curiosity of wanting to go further and that force telling me to go back, which explains why I wasn't able to just like wake up out of it like, oh wow, that was a dream. You know what I mean? And I heard that anytime things happen with you spiritually, you wake up and you feel drained, you feel drowsy, or that sort of thing. So, you know, I told my boyfriend about it. He kind of just had this weird look on his face. I told my sister about it, and she's like, wow, you know, maybe, well, what did you feel? And I'm like, I was actually excited when I saw the white light. Like, I wanted to know more. I wanted to see more. I wanted to keep going, even if that meant that I was dead here on earth. I wanted to keep going. Like, I didn't have an issue with that. And so, yeah, basically, that is my dream. So if there's any interpreters out there that can maybe tell me what you think to say, tell me what you think it may be a sign of, or whatever. I would just like to hear insight from it, from people who interpret dreams. But anyway, yeah, so those are things that I experienced being spiritual. A lot of dreams and a lot of foreseeing of things that sometimes I don't want to see. Like, there's lots of things that I see that I've or experienced that I don't want to go through, but I do. I have no choice. I pray about it and I keep it moving. I'm warned about a lot of things, good and bad. And yeah, so tell me your spiritual experiences and like things that you go through, and let's connect, like, and help to strengthen one another spiritually, if that makes sense. Until my next video, I hope that you all take care and spread love and spread light. Love you.